Well, good afternoon or good morning. I must say I've never felt safer in my life at a podium than I do right now. My name is Jim Palmisano. I'm the president of the Far North Columbus Communities Coalition. And on behalf of the FN3C, I'd like to welcome everybody, along with our residents of our member associations, to the Far North. You know, one of the benefits of living in the Far North really is the mix of the public services we receive. We're incorporated in Columbus, Ohio's largest and best-run city. But we also receive services from other entities, including several school districts, several post offices, and most notably the Worthington Library. So it's enormously satisfying for us up north when two of these entities collaborate to enhance those public services in such a meaningful way. We're fortunate today to have with us the person with the details, so please join me in welcoming the Mayor of Columbus, Andy Ginther.
Thank you, Jim, and thank you to everyone for coming out today to celebrate this important occasion and commitment from the city of Columbus. We're here today to celebrate the purchase of land right here next to Lozelle Woods Community Center that will eventually hold the new Far North Police Substation. At present, Columbus police officers working in the Polaris area have to check in and out at a substation located at Morse and Carl Roads. That's nowhere near here. And so we're excited that we will be able to have a place with this new substation that will allow for improved response times, that will save lives because of its closer proximity to the residents in this area. We're blessed that the city of Columbus continues to grow and develop, but it also provides unique challenges. With 220 square miles of service areas spreading into several counties, we have to continue to look for new ways to provide high quality services to the people of Columbus regardless of where they live. The new location will house community response teams, a lieutenant's office for greater oversight, and more officers within a much more rapid response area. The location also provides a fiber area for better use of police technology. The $1 million design for the new substation is being funded by the 2016 capital improvements budget, which was just passed with the leadership of Council President Klein and Chairman Brown by Columbus City Council last week. The $1 billion budget is full of projects that directly impact and improve the lives of Columbus residents, and is representative of my administration's unwavering commitment to our neighborhoods, the lifeblood of any great city. I want to thank Council President Klein, Chairman Brown, and all of Columbus City Council for the support of this project. Thank you to Columbus Division of Police, Deputy Chief Quinlan in particular, Chief Kim Jacobs, Safety Director George Speaks for watching over our city. We're happy to give you this new home for some of your officers who serve our community so well every day. And I'd be remiss if I didn't thank Worthington Libraries for selling us this land and giving us the opportunity to improve the safety of this neighborhood and make the lives and work of our police officers easier. So thank you. It's another great sign of the City of Columbus working with our suburban neighbors and our regional partners to provide high-quality services to the people of Central Ohio. It's now my honor to introduce one of our community's greatest champions and advocates for stronger and safer neighborhoods, Council President Zach Klein.
Thank you, Mayor Ginther, and I can say that and how many days has it been, Stephen Mayor? 130?
Something like that.
7.5, whatever days that is. Look, he has hit the ground running and has put his effort, his time, his emphasis on neighborhoods. He said he was going to do it. He's coming through with it. And I appreciate his leadership and his partnership on behalf of Columbus City Council to make the investments that are necessary, because when neighborhoods succeed, Columbus succeeds. And especially so more recently in some of the capital budget rollouts, I think there has been a safety focus. We spend 70% of our general revenue fund budget on safety because we can talk about economic development until we're blue in the face, but if we don't have strong and safe neighborhoods, we got nothing. So whether it was expansive street lighting program or the building of this police substation, we are investing in safety because it is our #1 priority. And this $6 million investment will improve response times, increase the quality of services, and even potentially allow for future development on a site down in the Northland area that has been successfully growing. There'll be 55 officers housed here, including a community response team, as Mayor Ginther recognized, and I love our CRT teams. They're out and engaged in the community. I'm a big community-focused guy. And the fact that CRTs engaged with block watches, civic associations, and using data instead of anecdotal evidence to figure out how we can make a difference in the communities here, in the neighborhoods here in the city of Columbus. And finally, it will be a much needed technological upgrade, as Mayor Ginther alluded to, because right now, with increased fiber optic upgrades, we can have quicker downloads of our safety dashboard cameras, which are important. But in the future, under Director Speak's leadership and the implementation of body-worn cameras by police officers, having the latest, greatest technology will allow for that future investment to allow for body-worn camera data to be uploaded as well, which helps improve the relationship between the citizens and police and helps protect our police officers and our citizens. So this is an all-around great investment for the north side of Columbus, the largest precinct, I think, in the division of police, and something that we're particularly proud of. And I don't take direction at City Hall when it comes to safety without talking to Mitch Brown. Mitch Brown, the 16-year director of public safety and now my colleague and friend on Columbus City Council. It's my honor to introduce him as a champion for Columbus neighborhoods and for safety for all citizens here in the city of Columbus. Mitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be very, very brief. We built a fire station out on Lozelle Road a number of years ago, and one of the commitments I made was that we'd figure out how we were going to get a substation out in this particular area. The response times, as you've already heard from the mayor and from the council president, have been way too long, and the ability to get this done has been way too long. But we're very excited, we're very pleased, and we can't wait to get it done. I'm going to be short, and I'm going to turn it over to Deputy Chief Quinlan. Thank you very much.
I'm pleased to have this opportunity to speak on the addition of the community's new Far North Police Substation. Reflecting on my past 27 years of the time with Columbus Police, I have witnessed incredible growth and diversity within our city. But I have learned over my tenure that I appreciate most the working with this Opportunity City, the public support we receive from our community. Today is a visible demonstration or reminder of that support. And with the past still fresh in my mind, this new facility is about the future of the service we provide our community. This facility will infuse the area with 55 police officers and lower response times, which also reduce delays in dispatching new calls for service. Responsiveness is an absolute expectation citizens have of police. With this facility located along our northern border, we will dramatically improve our ability to respond to citizens' calls more rapidly. Further, with the inclusion of our community response teams, our ability to be more responsive to the community's demands for problem solving, partnerships, and positive engagements only improves. Currently, community response teams are commuting from 3rd and Nolan-Tangi south of the Ohio State campus to service needs in this area. Eliminating the drive time and placing lieutenants and CRT officers in the same precinct house and in the vicinity of the calls for service will expedite communications internally and responsiveness externally. This new substation is a statement about the capital city's future. On behalf of Chief of Police Kim Jacobs, I want to thank Mayor Ginther, City Council President Klein, Director of Public Safety George Speaks, and our Public Safety Chair, Councilmember Mitch Brown, for their leadership and providing the police and our community with a path to better interact, to serve and protect, and establish better neighborhood relationships. Thank you. I am pleased to now introduce Worthington Library Board's President, John Butterfield.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm pleased to speak on behalf of my fellow trustees and the library staff regarding the sale of property to the city of Columbus. And first, I'd like to recognize my colleagues who are present this morning, board members, and they're sitting all in one group over here. Board members Craig Baker, Lauren Frome, Zita Huntz, Adam Smith, and CEO Chuck Gibson, CFO Margaret Dune, and our Director of Community Engagement, Lisa Fuller. The sale of this property was not an easy decision for the library board. The board purchased this land in 1995 to maintain the option of building a third Worthington Libraries location to serve Northeast neighborhood residents in the Worthington School District. Although we developed building plans for the use of this building twice, we were unable to see those plans come to fruition due to changes in the economy and cuts in state funding for libraries. But residents in this area still needed a library. We remedied this by opening the Worthington Park Library in the Worthington Park Shopping Center in 2008. This facility is very busy and was expanded in 2013 to meet the growing demand for library services in this area. Worthington Libraries has a long history of partnerships and working with governmental agencies to share resources and provide careful stewardship of taxpayer dollars. Northwest Library, a partnership between Worthington Libraries, the Columbus Metropolitan Library, aided by the City of Columbus, is a prime example of how intergovernmental partnerships can work to benefit residents. The sale of this land for use as a police substation is another example. Public safety is a primary concern both for residents and businesses in this community. Having a police substation in this neighborhood will make it much easier for law enforcement, as you've heard, to do their jobs and to increase the safety of residents. The library board felt strongly all along that this land should be used for public good. That's why the library board gave the City of Columbus the right of first refusal on this property several years ago. The library board believes the sale of this property to the City of Columbus is a win-win for everyone. This area will now have an outstanding neighborhood library and in the near future, a police substation. Thank you.
Well, if you haven't been to the Worthington Park Library, you ought to. They've got a killer story time on Saturday mornings I've taken my little girl to. So even though I'm a Columbus resident, the Worthington Library has impacted the lives of people throughout this community, and we're grateful to you for your support, your leadership, and commitment, because you're right, this is what partnership looks like. Because the people of this community, whether they live in Worthington or use your services or in the City of Columbus, this is all about leveraging our resources to improve the lives of people in Central Ohio. I'd be remiss if I did not acknowledge Mr. Mark Bell, who's the District Director of Congressman Pat Tiberi's office. Thank you for being here today, and thanks for your and Pat's support of greater cooperation and support amongst governments here in Central Ohio. Well, as I've said before, and I'll say it again, this capital improvements budget is all about neighborhoods, neighborhoods, neighborhoods. And whether we're on the far north side or in neighborhoods throughout this great city, that will remain our top priority as we move forward together to make sure that every neighborhood is safe and that is growing and prospering in America's Opportunity City. Thank you all for being here today.
Thanks, Mayor.